We're asking for 5.6. And, you know, somebody said 2.5. No, look, this is national security we're talking about.
President Trump was going back and forth over what he would and wouldn't accept when it came to border wall funding. At first, it seemed like he might accept a clean funding bill that would at least have gotten them into February, and negotiations would have started again then. But he stepped back from that, and that is why the government is shut down, and we remain at an impasse because Donald Trump will not accept at this moment any funding bill that does not have money for his border wall.
Are you willing to come up and give him some of this money for the wall? Because
No.
apparently that's the sticking point.
No, nothing for the wall. We're talking about border security.
Nothing for the wall, but that means it's
well,
a
we can go
non-starter.
through this all, back and forth. No. How many more times can we say no? Nothing for the wall.
Most will remember that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer visited the White House in early December to talk about how to avoid a government shutdown. At that time, President Trump said that he would own a shutdown, that he was willing to shut down the government over border wall funding.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it.
Then he seemed to walk that back. There seemed to be an indication from the White House that he would, in fact, accept a clean funding bill. But then he started getting hammered by people like Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan of the Freedom Caucus, from Ann Coulter, from even Stephen Miller within his administration.
We're going to do whatever is necessary to build the border wall to stop this ongoing crisis of illegal immigration.
And that means
this is a very, if it comes to it, absolutely. This is a very fundamental issue.
If we're not going to fight now, when are we going to fight?
President Trump told congressional leaders that he couldn't give in at this point and reopen the government because it would make him look foolish. But it's more than that. His biggest ally on Capitol Hill, Senator Lindsey Graham, told Sean Hannity on Fox that this would basically end President Trump's presidency if he gave in on the border wall.
If he gives in now, that's the end of 2019 in terms of him being an effective president. That's probably the end of his presidency.
It's hard to imagine how this shutdown ends. With President Trump believing that this is the issue that defines his presidency, and knowing that if he gives in at this time, with Democrats in control of the House, the chances of him getting a border wall money is pretty much over.
How long do you think the government's going to stay partially shut down?
Could be a long time, and it could be quickly. Could be a long time. It's too important a subject to walk away from.